Right, today we have the Frigo X2 here, and I'm just going to take you through a video on how I'm going to replace this rim and put a new tire on it, and that way you know if you'll be capable of doing it yourself or if you'll need a professional to take the tire and get it done for you. But we have a brand new rim right here that we got right from Frigo, so thanks Chris over at Frigo for that. We got that, and they have a brand new tire for it right here as well. And something about this tire, it's actually a little different, and I don't know if it's gonna work. I really hope it does. It's like 60 bucks on Amazon. It's from Wig Racing, and this tire is a 80-119, so it's a little bit wider than the factory tire that's on these. And a lot of people are asking questions, like when I looked online, if this tire will fit like the Friegos and stuff like that, because people are putting these on their surrounds and tow areas and stuff like that. So it's from Wig Racing, and I'll put a link down in the description. So if you want to check those guys out and get one, you can do that. Seems like a pretty good tire though. I'll cut to it. I'll get this. I'm going to unhook my wires going up to the controller, cut all my zip ties, and also pull the tire off the bike, and I'll cut these spokes and just get that old tire out of the way. Alright, so here's that factory tire right there, and here is the new Chail Yang. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is a touch wider than that Frigo tire. Just a little bit. So it should fit. I should have enough clearance up here and around there, and I should be good. Alright, we got the tire off the bike. There's our connections we had to remove. And now we just got to remove these spokes. I'm not even going to bother messing with this. I'm just going to cut them, take them out, and get that motor out of there, and start re-spoking the new wheel. Alright, here's the motor. We got that wheel cut off. I just got to pull all those spokes out now. There, just like that, we got all them out. Looking at my wire down here, it is kind of tore up on the inside. I don't know what from. It's actually been cut in there. You can see the green wire right there. Might have to inspect that. Alright, now I have a bunch of these spokes right here. They're 128 millimeter spokes. I got 3 boxes. This is one box. 128 millimeter, and they sent me 130 millimeter. It's only 2 millimeter difference, so I don't think that little bit's gonna matter on the wheel. So we'll use them. But I just have the wheel mounted right here onto the stand to make it easy to work with. I can spin it. I'm gonna go ahead and poke all my spokes through, and then set the rim on there and start putting the little screws on one by one, and I'll show you that when I get there. Alright, now that we got all our spokes poked through the rim, or poked through the motor, I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and grab these little nuts, and start fitting this thing together the best I can, and I'll show you the time lapse finishing that up. Alright, so I got all my spokes in. I got the wheel pretty close to being true. I'm actually going to go ahead. It's all my spokes are tight, but it's pretty close. I just went around, you saw in the time lapse, tighten each one up, loosen some, and I got it to where it's close. So I'll put the tire on, get it back on the bike, and I'll lift the back of the bike up and use a zip tie trick on the side of the swing arm right there. You'll see in a minute. And just spin the wheel and get it even closer yet. That way there's no wobbles on this bike, and I can go down the road without it shaking me to death. So yeah, let's cut to that and get it back on there and get it ready to ride. All right, so I have the tire all back installed with the new rim, new tire, new tube, brand new spokes. It's all installed on the bike. I trued it the best I could. I don't have a torque wrench like how you're supposed to torque them, but I just have the spoke tool right here, which they're 12 gauge spokes. You can see they say a little 12 on that. If you're wondering, you can get this just on Amazon. They're like $6 or something. They're cheap, but I did it the best I could, and everything's on there. And this tire, being that it's a little bit bigger, it does fit, but it is very close up in here, like around my finger. Like, there's not a lot of clearance. If a stick gets in there, it might break that fender, I'm not sure, but it does clear it. I actually had to slide it back like a 1/4 inch on the axle or on the swing arm, but it should work just fine. But that's pretty much it on respoking the wheel. I will say, like, my final thoughts on doing it. It was super tedious. I've never done one before. It was my first try, but I was able to do it and get it done, and the end result is the rim is straight. Like, it doesn't wobble at speed, where before the other rim was like bent really bad, so it'd shake at 40 miles an hour. It'd shake you to death on the bike. But the end result now is I did it myself, and it works, and also it looks better. It's not all scratched up and all that good stuff. But if you're thinking about doing it, hopefully this video helps you, and that's pretty much it for today. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching.